G'day everyone. Not many here. By God, things have changed in 1 week. Let's just go here. Who's here? Things have changed in 1 week. This usual shit. Get rid of that. All right, guys, how you going? It's not going to be a long show. I just want to explain a few things. Who we got here? St. George, hey mate, True Finder. G'day, Book of Relief. G'day, Julie. Nick. Therese, good to see you. Not sure if you're still there. Terrible Tim. Gaz. G'day, Reppy. Hi, Dan. Had enough. They're all pouring on now. Look, you know, if you follow me, when I've done these shows, I don't get a chance to actually talk to anyone in the chat. I seem, you know, just to concentrate on whoever I'm talking to, interviewing, whatever. But this is just going to be solely with the people in the chat. G'day, Helena. G'day, Pyman. So just want to, I'll wait for a few people to come on. What do we got here? Doesn't actually say how many people are in watching, but anyway. Yeah, we had 400 odd last week with Mark Devlin. I do want to talk about that when we get more people here who actually watch that show. There's a few things that have arisen from there I'm not too sort of pleased about. 138, good on you, mate. Grey Husky. Alex. If anyone wants to ask me a question about anything before we really get into things, happy to answer. G'day, Zal. Yeah, we'll get on to that. We'll get on to Mark Devlin's podcast with Charlie Freak. Not sure if that's a real name, Charlie Freak, is it? So, all those of you in Melbourne, the weather's sort of changed in the last few days after 4 glorious days. Didn't last long, did it? Yeah, St. George, we'll have a beer when the pub's open, but apparently you can only have 10 or 20 in the hotel. I don't know how they're going to work that out, so you'll have to wait outside until someone goes out, then you can come in. Anyway, it's no warmer in the western suburbs, Dan. Hello, Nimnet. Good to see you. I'll still give it 10 more minutes before I get into the things I want to say. Why am I so angry in all my YouTube videos? Wow. Am I always angry in my videos? I don't know about that. I try to, you know, go a bit lighthearted. I get angry against the shit that we got to put up with. Have I got a right to be angry? I think I have. Anyway. G'day, Zoom. Hey, slaves. G'day, Conan. Tell them you're dreaming. Yeah, going well, mate. Book of Relief. Well, about a choice now. I'd rather be in Queensland. Somewhere up north, Darwin. To be honest, Melbourne gives me the fucking shits. Yeah, I always thought I'd live here till I died, but fucking hell, get me out of here, mate. Up north, good to see you. Long time no see. G'day, Paul. So a lot of people have come on. Just a show of hands. I know St. George is having trouble. He never gets notified whatsoever on my videos. Are there any other people having problems with notifications? I don't know if it's just me. Surely they don't target me and stop people being notified. Surely not just me. Yes, no. Hit and miss, yes. Anyway, what was the question? Yes means that you are getting notified, and no means you're not. I don't know. Yes means you are, no means you're not. I'll get to that. Who was that? Dan. Stick around, Dan. I'll answer that. I'll answer that for many others too. YouTube aren't stuffing around with your comments. Trust me. Good day, Fred Smith. Good man. Hitchhiker. Great song. Hitchhiker. Who sang the song Hitchhiker? Hitchhiker. Classic hit from the 60s. It's good. Dark Storm. Joe Shields from Boston. Are you really from Boston, Joe Shields? Might go visit there one day. Do you think they'll let me in? I should just drop the camera down. Oh, it's better. Oh, shit. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, that's better. What else we got here? Can't even see through these fucking glasses. Karastov. Karastov? Haven't seen that name before. Reinhard von Holtz. Welcome, welcome. Hang on. Go here. What do you mean, Pyman? Tea with the mayor, Pete? Not sure what you mean. What's happened to Russian vids, Peekay? Well, his channel is RV Space Truth. He doesn't use Russian vids anymore. Gypsy Road channel wants to get you on there with them. Well, Zal, let them, contact me. There's plenty of ways to contact me. I haven't heard anyone ask me to go on their channel for whatever reason. G'day, Paul. Oh, the mayor of Boston. Let's go back here. Tea with the mayor. Yeah, right. For some reason, it's not telling me how many people are watching this stream. Don't know why. Anyway. All right, give it 5 more minutes and I'm going to start talking about the shit I want to tell everyone. We've got quite a few here. $55. I don't know where you see 55. I don't see any numbers on mine. I usually do, but not here. Okay, 57. Dan says it says only 20. Then there's a 60. So I don't know what's wrong with yours, Dan, but I think 60 is the go here. I'll be happy if we get 100. Good to see you, SM. Maybe I should refresh. Oh. Yeah, Reppy, same as me. We got a 39 here. God, it's all over the place. G'day, Oscar. Good to see you. Don't see Robbo Max here. Don't know what he's doing. Haven't spoken to Robbo for a while. Where are you? 138? You're not saying much. Dark Storm. John McLean, Burn Toast. We've got a few people here. Yeah, Fred Smith, actually. I just watched that before. But I do want to talk about him and what happened last week. We'll get to that in a bit. All right, what happens if I refresh? Hang on. I refreshed and I don't get anything. I've just got an email come through saying I'm doing a live stream. That's good of him, 12 minutes later. Anyway, no, it doesn't tell me my figures here. Unless that's in a setting I have to change, but I doubt it. So I never have before. Yeah, 138. You're on the buzzsaw, are you? If you don't know, 138's the great man in Sweden, in Greta country. He was the king of Las Vegas till they terminated his channel. And yeah, every time we talk on Skype, there's a bloody buzzing, or when I say buzzing, I think he worked in a sawmill or something. And they got the bloody saw going all the time. Oh, it's painful. Up north, I'm not worried about thumbs up. Who gives a shit about that? Oh, 24-0. Wow. All right. 2 minutes, and I'm going to start talking about what I want to. Do you really need a hammer, Pyman? All right, you can have a hammer, but don't kill anyone that just for saying a few swear words. Just hit the trolls. You should be a moderator. What happened there? All right, Pyman, you should be a moderator. We got 70. G'day, Wazza. I don't want too many wrenches, guys, because from what I see, I don't. Yeah, you are. You're a moderator, Pyman. Anyway, I don't really want to delete people. The trolls aren't as bad as they used to be, thank God. G'day, Lee. Lee, I assume you are a woman with a big heart like that. I suppose that's Leah, is it? Leah. My son's name is Lee, Leigh. Anyway. All right, I'm going to start. Like I said, every time I do a podcast, I don't have anything written down. I just do it off the top of my head. That's how I do it. I couldn't give two stuffs. One thing, guys, Fenzig. How about we fuck off Fenzig? Because I know that guy's a fucking goose. Let's just completely hide him. Goodbye, Fenzig, you fucking idiot. I do think Fenzig's a dickhead. Anyway, bad luck. Sorry. Where do I start? We'll go on a lot of people. G'day, as you had, whoever you say. A lot of people make comments, and If you don't know, in the last, I don't know, what's it, 2 years or so, I've changed it so I approve comments. So you might make a comment and you can actually see it there because you can see your own comment, but then you won't see it. Oh, you think it's there, but it's not there. It's because I haven't approved it yet, and you won't see other comments. You know, people say, oh, there's 150 views, but no comments. What's YouTube doing? It's because I do go to sleep at night, and most of the comments come when I'm asleep. Go back to my last channel before it got removed, terminated a week ago. I was waking up. G'day, Ty. I was waking up and there's like 700 to 800, 700 or 1,000 comments sitting there. Because, you know, some days I go crazy and make 10, sometimes even 20 videos. So cut it short. I try to skip through as quick as I can, and it's a very slow process. It's not like you could just go bang, bang, bang and approve comments. It's, you know, YouTube does it very slowly. And of course, there are the dickheads that I remove and not to be seen, but I don't block anyone. So if you think you're getting blocked, you're not getting blocked, because I like to see what these idiots are saying. And these idiots actually think that their comments are going through. But lo and behold, I'm the only one that sees them, so they're wasting their time. So maybe that's how I've got rid of most of the trolls since, you know, going back years. As you notice, the trolls aren't like they used to be. The thumbs down aren't as bad, anything like they used to be. Mr. Pierce, did I hear about the Aussie woman? Oh, God, of course I did. I made plenty of videos on her. I'll get to that. Sorry, I'm not reading the comments right now. As I said, yeah, so sometimes it might be a day out, 2 days maybe. Last week, I know I was so flat out, and it takes like half a day to approve comments. And then when you're reading the comments, there's a link to something. Oh, shit, I've got to make a video on this. So there, you spend an hour making a video, and meanwhile, the comments grow by another 100. So, you know, you don't have time to scratch yourself. So be patient. If you make a decent comment, it'll be there. Don't worry. And the other thing is, yeah, the troll fights. G'day, B Lever. Hey, Jackie, about time you turned up. I'll talk to you after the show, Jackie. All right, Dales. Anyway, yeah. And the other thing is, people ask me, can I, you know, mirror your video or share your video? I mean, oh my freaking God. You know, I feel like a dickhead saying, just go for it, go for it. Of course I want my videos shared. Anyone would want their videos shared. That's what it's all about. I mean, there are some dickheads, like I mentioned before, this fucking clown, Drone something, I forget his name, where he copyrighted me for mirroring his video showing these cars in fucking Michigan. And I got hit with a copyright strike, but it doesn't matter because that channel's got deleted last week. But he wanted $200 for me to fucking show his video. He should have been grateful that I just showed his video. But all in all, you know, if you don't want your videos mirrored, there's something wrong with you. Because it's all about sharing. And, you know, we can't just make our own videos. We have to mirror other people's good work, and that's what it's about. We got to mirror everything that we can, because we got to spread all the good stuff on YouTube, because it's all gone. You know, you go in there, you have a look at a subject like Sandy Hook. There's no truth of videos anymore. It's all the fucking bullshit. So, yeah, Don't ask, just do it. What else? I do want to get on this Mark Devlin thing. Give it a few minutes yet. Oh, yeah, okay. I just want to explain how I fucked up big time on my last channel. Can you hang on the questions till I finish this, guys? Or just quickly, as you had he. Okay, 108 Morris, 108. Someone I don't really follow. It's glad that they actually, mentioned me. I appreciate that. But leave the questions for a bit, guys. Just let me finish what I wanted to say. And another thing, I've got to stop putting my head down. See, I got my head down here with the Mark Devlin. I was going off because I don't know. I'm not shy. I don't think I'm shy. People are saying I was reading, ranting and reading. I don't read anything. That's my keyboard down there. That's it. I don't read anything. So I got to, learn to look at the camera. So anyway, sorry. Terrible Tim. Mark Devlin went to the dark side. Look, like I said, I'll get to your questions in a minute. Now I've lost track. Fuck. Yeah. Peekay Censored. My channel, I had 12,000 whatever subscribers. 8 months. 600 plus videos. I was getting like 10 videos removed a day, to be honest. They were just plucking out anything. I was sitting on 2 strikes. I knew I'd go, so I decided to create Peekay Censored 2. And I told people, well, it's probably a month ago, sub to that in case Peekay Censored goes. And I had Peekay Censored 3 and 4. Well, Peekay Censored 2 had nearly 4,000 subscribers. It's still there, would you believe? Peekay Censored 2 is there with 80-odd videos. But you know what? I can't access the bloody thing. Because what happens, supposedly, with this Google shit, by God, I wish it went back to the old days where it was just straight YouTube and no fucking Google garbage. If your main YouTube channel gets terminated, that means your Google account is suspended. I mean, you can't, it's the biggest lot of shit. They suspend you, but you can't use it. Why don't you just fucking delete it? So my Google account, Peekay Censored, is suspended, but underneath that, I have got a Peekay Censored 2, 3, and 4. But I can't access it. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to read a few comments. What I'm going to do, which I've tried to today, I've put up like probably 30 videos on my Peekay Censored again account. I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to upload in the next 2 days all my videos from Peekay Censored 2. Once I do that, I'm going to delete my Peekay Censored Google account. I know it's going to be fucking confusing, all this shit. But it's so much confusion. I've got Peekay Censored 2 here. People are subscribing to it. It's a waste of time because I can't access it. All right? So in a few days, that'll be gone, even though there's 83 channels. So cut it short. The channel you're on now, Peekay Censored, is my main channel, and I can't afford that to go. Otherwise, the ones underneath won't be able to be accessed. So all I'm going to do with Peekay Censored is like I'm doing now, live streams, interviews, walks outside, which I've done on the weekend, interviews, any stuff like that, stuff that's not controversial and that shouldn't get strikes on it. I might load up my old interviews going back till the the good old KISS days. Keep it simple, stupid. You know, I'll put stuff up on there. But my video channel is Peekay Censored again. Okay? That is my video channel where I'm going to put up as many of my old stuff as I can. It's a fucking tiring job. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to slowly put up as much as I can. And, you know, if that goes, I've got Peekay Censored again too. I'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Hopefully I don't have to go that far. So, cut it short. I want everyone to subscribe to both Peekay Censored and Peekay Censored again, and hopefully you have. And while I'm at it, I want to thank a few of the smaller channels. Quickly mention a few names. Cerebra Sana, lovely woman in France. Anaconda, Malt Liquor. Truth, I think it's Truth Tim, I'm not sure. Someone I wasn't really aware of. Mr. Cheswick, the good old Kernsey guy, the guy that's put me onto the truth bombs years ago. That's 4 that I know of that actually made a video or mirrored my video saying I was terminated. And I appreciate that a hell of a lot, because it's a fucking pain in the ass trying to start again and somehow pushing the work. Because, you know, there's 12,000 people who are sub to me, and I've got 900 now. So, you know, what's happened to 11,000 of them? Surely, if they can see that there's no action on my, you know, Peekay Censored, they know it's terminated. As you know, Peekay Censored 2, they probably still think I'm there. But, you know, just do a search on YouTube for Peekay, and you'll see what's going on. And you'll see, you know, Peekay terminated. There'll be channels that'll be telling you what's going on. So, again and again, yeah. And just on that, there's a couple of big guys. I won't mention names. I asked to help me out. They didn't help me out. So, you know, I'm not pissed off about it. That's their prerogative. Why didn't help me out? Don't know. Of course, I'm not going to ask the big guys, you know, the ones over 100,000, 200,000 subs. We know who they are. They're all for themselves. They couldn't give a stuff about smaller channels. So that's about it on that. I'm going to get into Mark Devlin. Just a quick show of hands, whatever. How many people watched the Mark Devlin interview I did last week? Just give me a few yeses. We have a couple. We have 3. All right. All right. All right. All right. We got plenty. Okay. That'll do. Thanks, guys. Well, I like everyone there. Oh, g'day, Hoogie. As you know, he put up a couple of rant videos earlier on, a couple of weeks ago, a month ago. Actually, I uploaded one. I call it one of the greatest rants ever in history. So I really wanted to get this guy on. I might be wrong here what I'm saying, but, you know, it's just the way I'm feeling now, and some people might agree or disagree with me. I don't like calling people out. But, you know, sadly, I've had to do that with a certain guy supposedly living up north in Australia who's got a fake name called Max Egan. And, you know, no, didn't matter what I said about that Max Egan guy. His subs have gone from 179,000 to 230,000, even though I've absolutely exposed this guy. And if you haven't seen what this Max Egan's done in the last few days, he's actually putting up like 2-minute videos, which he's never done before, saying that these British cops broke the ribs of some protester. And it's absolutely staged to the shithouse. And this is how low this guy's going to put shit like that on. I know I've gone for Mark Devlin, the Max Egan. That's what I sort of tend to do. But just quickly finish off, Potato Nose. He's a smart guy. He's a very smart guy. He actually had two guys on one day, about 3 or 4 days ago. He had Andrew Kaufman, the guy that's doing all the rounds about the virus, and he had Thanos, a guy here in Melbourne who got arrested at the Melbourne protest. So what he does, he gets the good guys on his show to make believe he's the good guy, and he gets everyone wrapped into the show, and great stuff, Max. But as you know, that's how the disinfo agents work. And until this day, for him to call Christchurch a real event and people dying, man, sorry, no way, no, that happened. And till that day, to me, he is a dead set disinfo. But go on to Mark Devlin. I'll get to some comments in a second. I'll read them out. But the day before the show, he made a video and he asked me what I'd like to be called, because he was going to sort of mention at this little talk he did that he was going to do. I'll be interviewed by this guy called Peekay. And he actually, in his little trailer, said PK Truth. I haven't been called PK Truth for 3 years. As you know, if you don't know, there's this dirty slime somewhere in America called Red Snecky, or as we call him, Rat Snecky, who decided to call a channel PK Truth after mine was terminated. I'm sure he had something to do with my termination. But he got 1,000 subs. And I guarantee 950 were people, or are people, who think it's me. I mean, that's how, I don't want to put people down, but if you think I am Rat Snecky, you got to be kidding. So why did Mark Devlin say PK Truth was going to interview him when he, I think, clearly said on the show at the start that he only just found out about me and people told him about me, okay? So I thought that very, very sus. And I jokingly said at the start that, people told me not to talk to him because of the name Devlin, Devil, he was a shill, whatever. But I couldn't believe that. But cut it short, if you watch the show, he was boring as fuck, to be honest. He'd start talking, talk for 10 minutes. I might as well have gone outside and I did some gardening, even though it was dark, for half an hour and come back and let him talk. That's not how I do things, sorry. I'm not an expert interviewer. No one says I am. I do it my way. I like to joke around. There was not one bit of humour in the whole show. I said a few things, but it just went over his head. I knew it was never going to go anywhere that way. He just had that serious look on his face. One thing I never did was interrupt him. I let him talk for 10 minutes. There's a lot more things I wanted to say. But got to a stage where he said, "Oh, look, I got to go." In 20 minutes of shit, we haven't even spoken about anything. I did want to show a few videos, which I managed to. But if you notice, I'm going to show this. If you haven't seen this, just give me a second. I got to work this shit out. Sorry, guys. Just give me a minute. Da-da-da-da. Hang on. I knew I should have come prepared, bloody idiots. Hang on, where have I got this shit? There we go. The stupid thing about this StreamYard, I have Google Chrome going and I have Mozilla Firefox. And for some reason, it only lets you share what's on Google Chrome, which I find stupid. But anyway, sorry, I've got to copy this from, there we go. Let's go to the end. All right. I've got it ready. You could have gone and made yourself a cup of tea by the time I did this. I've got it. All right, share. So I'm going to put the volume on this. Whatever. No big deal.
Doing nothing is not an option.
Sorry. Speed. Yeah, that's normal speed. All right.
Option. No longer an option. That time is gone.
All right. On that note, Mark, fantastic. I hope we can do another show soon regards music. It'll be completely off this. It's a different subject, something,
How about we agree to do that when we're free?
Well, let's hope that happens soon, mate.
Well, then we can make it happen because we've got to do the conversation. So we've got to get free.
Free, yeah. Tell me what free is. Free from?
We get our rights and freedoms back. I mean,
sorry.
It's another conversation, but
give it a few
we're free
seconds.
Sovereign beings, and we're supposed to live that way in creation. We're not supposed to be ruled by anyone. But as I say, that's another conversation. We'll talk about it another time.
I think I'd rather do the show a bit before that. I'm not holding my hopes up too high.
Well, I'm trying to preempt a freedom situation out there into the universe by saying I want to do a show on music when we've got our freedoms back. So I'm trying to activate that outcome.
It'll be great. Once again, get ready. Everyone in the chat, I've been reading a few saying what a great person you are, and some who didn't know you. All right, I'll stop it there. Did you see what happened? Let me get back here. Let me get back. Where are you guys? I couldn't. Yeah. All right. So you saw how it just disappeared. Okay. Are you with me, guys? The chat seems to have stopped. Is this show still going? Hey, hang on, guys. Yeah. All right. It just got off. Good. Without saying goodbye, and I'll go back again and continue. Obviously, no, you're now. You going, Mark? Or you?
I can still hear you.
Oh, okay. So he turned his camera off and he's still there. I mean, what's that shit? I mean, that's pathetic. Man, I'll keep going. Right. So thanks once again. It's been a pleasure having you on. And take care, brother. And we'll win this war. You're on the other side of the world. I'm down here in Australia, but there's going to be a positive outcome to all this, and we'll meet one day when you come to Australia, when you're allowed to fly in, mate, and we'll play some good old Beatles records, eh? All right. I think he's gone. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching the show. You must admit, he's a great man. He can talk. And he knows his stuff, so it was a pleasure having him on. Until next time. All right, so there you go. He couldn't even say goodbye, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? Let's get back here. Obviously he's going to Skype me next morning and say, "You're sorry, mate, something happened." But no, there was nothing. Nothing. So anyway, I'm starting to think, is this guy genuine or what? Are you guys still with me on this, Mark? Shit. Because I want to read something here. Are you there? All right. I must, like I said, I made a few fuck ups during that show regards, sharing and shit, but that's no big fucking deal. It's not like I'm on a TV show or anything, but I actually he put that on his channel. Okay, 2 days later, and I'm just going to read out a few comments from his so-called subscribers. Bear with me, guys. Hang on. Let's just go back to that. I'm going to read out. Let me find it. These are his so-called subscribers who watch that show. Like I said, I'm no fucking, crash hot interview or anything, but that's not my scene. Jeffrey Smith. This is a guy, Jeffrey Smith. The interviewer seems like a nice enough man, but someone really needs to tell him that he is not very good at the job. He just seems way out of his depth, even with the most basic and rudimentary of questions that he is asking. Coming off very unprepared about how to conduct an interview, which makes it both frustrating and uncomfortable to hear. No disrespect intended, and Mark carried the interview entirely on his back. But Peekay was drowning constantly, though, which made for a very bad listening experience. Well, if that wasn't bad enough, I get a reply from some clown called Natasha Collis. I totally agree. The host is desperately unprofessional, limited vocabulary, and clearly not very bright. Actually, the show is all about him in capital letters. He obviously invited Mark on for good viewing figures and then went on his own numerous rants, trying to read his own writing whilst his guest patiently waits. What they were insinuating is when I look down when I talk, but I don't read anything. Mark, as always, is brilliant, polite, and patient with such a poor host. But I'm halfway through and I'm done. Have you heard of 1984, Mark? Pretty much says it all. Oh, well. Yeah, I did ask Mark, have you heard of 1984? Just to put a bit of lightness into the show. Of course he's fucking heard of 1984, But then we get another comment straight after that. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Oh, shit. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm going to sneeze any second. Joe O'Sullivan. I'm a bit irritable and impatient today, as it is. I had to keep skipping ahead every time he speaks. So I thought, what the fucking hell? Like I said, I'm not the greatest fucking, interviewer or anything like that. I do it my way, but I don't need shit like this. I did the right thing and had this guy on. I think we did pretty well. I don't need to be insulted like this. So I sent him an email. Let me find it. If I can't find it, there's so many. Oh, here we go. Give me a second. If I can't find it, I'll just tell you what it said. Well, basically, I said to him, Mark, I'm not very happy with, the comments your subscribers are making. Thanks for coming on, blah, blah, blah. But, is there any chance you could sort of either delete their comments or whatever, say something to them? And he replied, not a mention of that. It just says, oh, it's great that you had a lot of views. Keep up the good work. I mean, I couldn't give a fuck about the views. I didn't send you an email telling you, asking you about reviews. I was pissed off because you had your subscribers calling me out to be, I don't know if I said it, an egotist. Or there's other comments. The person called me out to be an egotist and all for myself and all for, all that shit. What a joke. So anyway, I'll just let it go. Hang on, sorry, this is going nowhere, but there's a couple more. Let me find them. There's a couple more. Oh, where were they? Oh, I know this is boring as fuck, but anyway, just let me finish. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, there was more. There's probably about 10 comments like that. So anyway, can you believe it? When he uploaded the video on his channel, he's called it PK Truth again. After me telling him a day earlier, 2 days earlier, that I'm not PK Truth. So he's gone and called the interview PK Truth. So what's he on about? Why has he done that again? So, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up, but people can think what they like. I couldn't give a stuff. I've unsubscribed from him. I don't want anything to do with him. And, oh, geez, my comments are flying. Oh, hang on. In my show, correct me if I'm wrong, he actually called out QAnon, and, you know, that all that shit, Q-tards and all that. He called them out to be all, you know, bullshit, didn't he? So what's he doing 3 days later, going on the show with Charlie Freak, whoever he is, and some woman, a 2-hour show, and he's done a complete 180, and now he's a Q-tard. I mean, come on. It's like, you know, going from a flat earther to a ball earther in 2 days. So, has anyone got an opinion on what Devlin's like? Can you trust him? All right, he's done a good rant just today. But how can you go on my show and call out Q-tard as a lot of shit, and 2 days later, I mean, go to his channel and watch it. Just watch the second half. And, my God, he's into it like you can't believe. So, like I said, I don't want to knock the guy. In his rants, he sounds fantastic. But so does Max Egan. Anyway, if you want a truth bomb, we talked about truth bombs. Remember those good old days? If you want to go in there, read some of the comments and give it to these fucking, as I said to him in the email, your diseased fucking subscribers who horribly attacked me, someone that's trying to do my best. It's not like I'm fucking interviewing the Queen or someone. And it's not, my shows aren't interview as such. It's basically me putting my bit in. It's just a discussion between the two of us. And they make out, oh, the holy Mark Devlin, it's all about him. How dare I, you know, not give him a chance to talk. You know, unbelievable. But anyway, off that. All right. Sorry, I've skipped all these comments. If anyone wants to ask me some questions now. What's the latest count, guys? I can't see. Oh, looks like Mark Devlin's actually thumbed down. It's 47-1 at the moment. Look, people are saying, Joanna, it was a great show. I don't think it was a great show. I think he was tired. Oh, hang on, Joanna. He wanted to do the show in the morning. He specifically wanted to do in the morning because he was feeling fresh. So he's got no excuse about being tired and this bullshit that he had to go. I was the one that was tired doing it, you know, late at night. So anyway, hydroxychloroquine, or whatever that word is. Oh, fuck. Apparently, Trumpy boy has been taking it and still taking it, and it's supposed to be good for you, but fucking hell. Do I know about it? Got no idea. Why would I want to take it when there's no such virus? 87, fuck. Okay, Archie. So you really know that he's an impatient bloke. So you'd like it that a guy would just disappear at the end without saying goodbye? You think that's nice? All right. Dodgy as Paul, maybe. Yeah, Nick. He's a good man. Yeah, he's a good man. He's helped me more than anyone, to be honest. over the years. So I'll never say a bad word about RV, Russian Vince. And we go well because, both of us love to talk, and we always fight, try to get the word in. Matthew, I wouldn't go that harsh by saying I can't stand the pair of them, Mark Devlin. I mean, I don't hate him or anything, but Pyman nearly had a heart attack. He said, you don't drink anymore. Well, Archimedes, we don't know. I mean, I did want to put him on again because I love my music, and he's into the Beatles, which I am, but I don't think that'll ever happen, even though he made out that he'd want to come on again. I don't see that happening. B. Lever, I don't know if you missed it, but Peekay Censored 2 is disappearing. I can't access it. So all we got is Peekay Censored and Peekay Censored again. I can't change it. I can't change it. Instead of deleting, I got no access to it. Sorry. Was filthy rude? Yeah. I don't know about filthy, but yeah, rude. Yeah, he's got issues with his daughter, but hang on. In the show with me, he's telling us about how we should not, cop all this shit. And then he says his birthday is 2 days later, and he couldn't have his birthday. What sort of shit's that? I mean, he's virtually, bowing down to him. Oh, I'm not going to have a birthday party, whatever. I don't know if he's talking about a party, but, if you're going to say one thing, don't do the opposite. All right, B. Oh, look, we'll get off him. We'll get off Mr. Devlin, but I just thought I had to bring it up. Like I said, if you want to get on it, that podcast, because I'm going to actually ask him to delete it. But if you want a truth bomb and wake up some of their idiots, or not wake them up, but tell them maybe I'm not their cup of tea, but, it could be their cup of coffee, but I'm definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but, stiff shit. Zoom truth. No, like I told you, I sent an email saying I wasn't happy with the comments, and he didn't even, talk about that. He just said, "Oh, it was great. You had views. Fuck the views." And he still called it. Sorry, I sent an email yesterday saying, change your name to Peekay Censored, and he just replied with one word, I think, done. G'day, Tony. Tony Neville. Foster's, where you can jam that. So, holy Beth, you still get on that Discord thing. I've never been on it. I just don't have time to do any shit anymore. Fred Smith, I don't know about that. Not after my radiation treatment, anyway. That's right, Pyman. None of us drink Foster's. I don't think they sell the shit. Do they still sell Foster's here in Melbourne? You'd think it'd be half price. Had enough? Yeah, dry and humorless. I agree. Where you from, was it 66? All right, good to see you, Billy Sunday. Maybe next time. Cider Guy, don't know if you've just come on, but good to see you. Pyman drinks anything, cider guy. But we all drink Furfies when we go to Y & Jackson's for some reason, even though I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it in a slab or in Stubbies, but for some reason we drink Furfies. Townsville, how are we going to have a beer, mate? Townsville's a long way from Melbourne. Well, Dan, you better live up to our Y&J turn. We're gonna have a big bash once the pubs are open. Hopefully, there's more than 20 people allowed in, because hopefully we'll have a dozen of us. Okay, any more questions? Hasn't been really any questions, to be honest. Where's Robbo hiding? Don't know. He comes and goes. Funny, we haven't even talked about any bullshit Corona BS. I've come up with a new name for coronavirus. The videos I'm uploading now, I'm calling it just Corona, CORON, capital ARGH. I'll type it out. This is what I'm going to refer to. That is how I'm going to call Corona. Ty, Port Angeles, the dating site, I can't be fucked, mate. I don't bother anymore. I don't want to tell you why, but there's someone that's pretty special. Anyway, won't talk about it. Yeah, and as you know, if you follow, I'm going to call like 5G, which I hardly talk about, is the number after 4, letter after F. And if I use COVID-19, I go C, the number before 20. I don't know if that's going to help. Oh, what I failed to mention, guys. Ty Port Angeles, where are you? The reason I got my channel terminated on my 3rd strike, you're not going to believe this if you don't know. I put up a sort of a funny video. It was about 6 or 7 funny little pictures. I just put one after the other. I think the video went for like 30, 40 seconds. 3 months old. One of the pictures was a fat guy, a very fat guy, sitting on a toilet seat. Without being crude, he had his ball stuck between the seat and the toilet bowl. I don't know if you've seen the picture. I'm sure you have. It was pretty funny. I got hit with a strike for nudity. A nudity strike, and that was my 3rd strike, and kiss my channel goodbye. Can you fucking believe it? I'm sure most of you have seen it. I tried to find it on my computer. I couldn't find it. Anyway, fancy losing your channel over a stupid little photo like that. And what gets me, they were deleting like up to 10 videos a day, Corona BS videos. And they could have hit any of those with a strike, because I got a strike on them. I got a strike on a video, I don't know if you remember, it was my opinion, where I showed people on the beach just walking around and restaurants, and me just talking about how we're in this mess because of the cowards who can't see this and lock themselves up and do as the government tells them. So, you know, I got that removed, and I tried to actually put that on Peekay Censored too, and it wouldn't allow me. So I got to start, you know, I don't know. There's a way to get around this. It's amazing how the AI or whatever algorithms, they know a video to the millisecond. Because how else could I not upload a video on another channel that was a video that had been terminated on the other channel? How do they know that that video is not allowed on another channel? They must know to the millisecond. So what I'm going to do is just redo it and set the speed to a fraction faster or fraction, you know, slower, just to cut it by a few seconds to get around it. Anyway, I'm going to try to upload every one of these videos again that have been terminated. Fuck it. You know, we haven't got time to play around, you know. Hi, Misha. Oh, look who's rolled up. Robbo Max. Oh, Pyman, you got a spanner. Can you ban Robbo Max for coming in so late? Ban him. Someone ban Robbo Max. Anyway, a few more questions. It's 10 p.m. here. So what's the latest count, guys? Let me know. Oh, I can see it now. 72. How come all of a sudden it's come up? 74. Own up the person who disliked this podcast. There's one person. Who was it? Come on. How to bring down the power of the TV on the normies. Fuck. Impossible. Impossible. Never will happen. Oh, you're not going to miss much, Robbo. Don't worry. Anaconda's not here. Where's the Anaconda tonight? Max Egan. What about him, Sal? What method do you use to save YouTube videos for mirroring? There's a site I go to, Believer. Can you send me a comment on one of my videos and send me your email address, and I'll attach the site that I actually download videos to. And there's two of them I use. Sometimes one doesn't work, but then I go to the other. But they're pretty safe. I don't bother using the YouTube download that I used to use all the time. Used to, you know, get a download underneath the video. You can shove that. I use a separate thing. So Believer, send me your email address in a comment, and I'll help you out. And everyone should be downloading videos. Al, failed to mention. Thank God. Yeah. PK, is Q going to save us? Oh, Robbo, you tell me. Ask Mark Devlin. He's the expert on Q. Ask Mark Devlin. Anyway, I got an email. Is that from someone that I really want to talk to? It's not. Damn. Where are we? We've got so many things open. Sorry. As I mentioned a video a while ago, Max Egan's nose does not look right. Looks like a lump of clay. Oh, look, we shouldn't be picking on poor Max's nose. He can't help being an alcoholic. That's what happens. But as I mentioned before, everyone keeps telling me, go to BitChute, go to this, go to this, go to this, go to 153. I'm not going anywhere. I have decided that all my videos are going to archive.org, and I'll type it again for those who don't know. Can you see that? Archive.org. And if you look at any of my videos, it's in every main description, the actual Peekay Truth link to archive.org. I have asked people, it happened for, one day, then it just died. I want every single person on every single comment I make to put my link, archive.org/Peekay Truth in it. I need that to be shown everywhere, because I am putting every video I make, I am copying onto archive.org. It's a hell of a job. It's twice the work that I'd normally be doing, and it's a fucking pain in the ass, to be honest. But archive.org is safe as churches. And I am putting everything there. You can go back right to the start where I've got my 12-hour, I forget what I call it, Christchurch. I demolished Christchurch, or destroyed. I think I call it Peekay Destroys Christchurch. If you go down to the bottom of my library, it's one of the first videos there. And you have to see that, 12 hours worth. Took me 2 months to friggin' make. And I don't know how many people have seen it. And the good thing, guys, about archive.org, you watch a video, and on your right, there's a download button. You can download every video. Just click on this download button. There's options. I think you can download as a torrent. I'm sure you're all aware of torrents. If you download movies, you use a torrent. But it's great. You can download, simple. So, I need people to just make a comment, not only on my channel, on other people's channels. Spread the word. Sky News, CNN, whatever. Just put it anywhere. Because that's the only way, people are going to see my stuff if YouTube goes down again. I am not going to BitChute. What's the difference? BitChute and archive.org, same thing. But archive.org, they don't delete videos. And the other thing that people should see is the Boston, I did the Caravan to Midnight with David Weiss, Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole. I did 2 shows. Probably the finest thing I've ever done. And that's there as well, both shows. And my Boston trilogy, it's not there, but I should put on there because I want to make adjustments. But type in Boston trilogy and you'll find it on another channel if you want to see my 15 hours compilation of 3 Boston trouser bomb videos. Anyway, archive.org. You got to spread it. I'll just go back. Was there any questions I missed out on? What do I reckon about Australia being a corporation now and the government being illegitimate? Wow. It's been like that since, 1973? When good old Gough Whitlam all right. A few more questions, guys. Come on. My bed's calling me. And if you know anyone that doesn't know that I've got a new channel, pass it on. Good to see you, Coffee. No worries, B. Lee. But look, I'll try to do more of these shows. I did plan to do a weekly show with a special person, but we'll get on to that. Hopefully that will eventuate. There are talks that people, I shouldn't mention this, but a certain person wants me to do a radio show in America once a week. I'm sort of humming and hawing. I've said no, then I've said yes, then I've said no, then I've said yes, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. But anyway, if it happens, it happens. How are the Magpies going? Well, they've only played one game this year. One game in 8 weeks. We start again in 3 weeks' time. But who gives a fuck about football? We've got more things to worry about. Hey, B-Lever, keep it quiet. Yeah, me, Pyman, we both follow Collingwood, but we don't give a shit anymore. It's all right, B. No worries. Are you male or female, B? Then where are you? St. George is calling us losers, and he barracks for North Melbourne. Oh my God. Yeah, St. George, you were supposed to come to the footy with us last year, and you didn't turn up. Wasn't that right, Pyman? You didn't turn up. All right, quick. Any more questions? It's amazing. We've hardly said a thing about lockdowns or anything, any shit like that. Ask me how I went at golf yesterday. I actually started filming it, and I was cruising. Then I hit a brick wall, and I got the shit, so I didn't finish my video. Video Eastwood, you're fucking joking. Apparently, I've heard, because I only hear the news when I drive my car, and it's like a 30-minute drive to the golf course. When the footy starts with no people in the stadium, Channel 7's go to have a crowd noise every time there's a goal kicked. All right, next time I play golf, I'll film more of it. I'll even get someone to film my terrible golf swing. I'll tell you one thing, it's not as bad as Dan fucking Andrews' golf swing. I'd like to put a fucking club around his fucking head. Vinny Balsa would. Gaz, no, you couldn't touch the rakes because there's no rakes. All the rakes were taken away. If you got in the bunker, you had to take your ball out of the bunker and play it on the side. No touching rakes, no touching flags. I'd love to have a game with Sammy Newman. Yeah, I'd love to meet Sam Newman. If anyone knows Sam Newman and he wants to, meet me, I'd love to spend a day with Sammy boy. Anyway. Oh, see you next Tuesday. I forgot to. Yeah, that's my new word. I'm going to use more often. See you next Tuesday, because as you know, I don't use that word in my videos, only in comments. Oh, did I tell you? I didn't tell you. One of the videos that YouTube kindly removed. Oh, bad luck, St. George. I couldn't give a fuck. I do like Sam. He's the only guy that actually could, speaks up. Yeah, one of the videos that got removed was one of my little, what I don't know what I call it. My supermarket chats, whatever. Just me talking, no video, just a picture in the background. They removed that for whatever reason, terms and conditions and whatever crap. You can't even fucking talk about, talking to people in the supermarket, and your video gets removed. All right, guys. Another 5 minutes. Question. 3 pit bulls on the beach. No, haven't seen it. Don't watch TV. A lot of names I haven't seen before. Bad Goy QC. Hi. Is it raining? It was pissing down last night, which was great while we were asleep. All right. No more questions. Da-da-da-da-da. Stay tight. Counting down. I know it was no big deal live stream. I just thought I'd just say a few things. It'll be better when we get more people on, but like I said, hopefully I can do a weekly show. See you, Nick. Couple more minutes. One last question. Who's going to ask me the last question? Can be personal. I don't mind. Oh, that's because I'm leaning over. You don't want to look at me anyway. Fuck. What do you think? This idea, you're more than able to use my... How were you able to contain yourself when you were at the Gonzalez thing and the footage was CGI? You're talking about when I was in the trial, when they showed it on the wall on the side. Yeah, I could see it, but I couldn't see it real clearly, but I could see it. And what I was seeing, I felt, what the hell is this shit? And, what could I say? I couldn't yell out and scream, what a lot of fucking garbage is this? Because supposedly all the people who were going, oh my God, covering their faces and, oh, fucking bullshit. Anyway, the truth will come out one day. So you tell them they're dreaming. All right, everyone. Thanks, Pyman, for being the moderator. Don't know who you got rid of, but doesn't look like many. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a beanie. Is that for me? Was that? I'd love a good beanie. No worries, B. I'm only me. I can only do what I can, Jerry G, you love cops, Peekay. Apparently, I am a cop. I am a cop, according to fuck knows Egan. I'm a cop. That's how he researches. Right, you couldn't pay me. I mean, so pay me. I would not be a cop if my life depended on it. Honestly, no, I absolutely despise them. Cider guy, yeah, I'll do that next time I go to the shops, which will probably be tomorrow. I'll do a bit of a chat there. As you know, last week. It's just been recovery, losing my channel. And the last one I did, they removed. So I'll tell you what, if I bump into that guy again, I don't know what I'll do. That'll be just too freakish. Anyway. Oh, Matthew C. Do I have to? It's Peekay Truth. Archive.org and the channel's Peekay Truth. It's pretty simple. There's a search thing up top. Now, if you go to any one of my videos, it's in the main description. Every main description has my archive.org link. You're right. I am not an order follower. Trying to get RV to eat meat, impossible. I don't think he's eaten meat ever. I don't know. He's 41, did he say? You don't eat meat. Yeah, I might interview a few masked people. I just want to mention I went for a walk last Sunday. A gorgeous day. I did it for a reason. I spent about 4 hours. It was like only it would have been a 1 hour walk, but it took me 4.5 hours. My God, I spoke to a lot of people, and hardly anyone was wearing a mask, which was fantastic. Anyway, yeah, Pineman's a non-meat eater as well. I wondered why he never had a pie at the footy. Jungle Surfer is a vegan. No, he's not. He's a dickhead. I'm eating a lot of chicken at the moment. I roasted another chicken today. Bloody Aldi. Can't beat it. $6 a bloody beautiful chicken at Aldi. Yeah, best place to buy chickens at Aldi. I guarantee. Yep, I'm going to do more walk videos, hopefully. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming on. Just wanted to tell you a few things. It was just a nothing show, to be honest, but who cares? So until next time, everyone, I am going to bid you all farewell. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.